didn't hear you come in. I'm Tyler Lucas, author of How to Succeed as a Director in the Homeschool Community. Now today I'm going to present to you the greatest homeschool director of all time, a woman with talent, skill, and beauty.
I'm Chris Johnston.
And I'm Jeremiah England. Now, for years, people have been asking, who is Heart, Speech, and Theater? And we are here to tell you, she is a very special person.
A woman who I'm sure all of you hold very dear to your hearts.
A woman who, if I wasn't a few years older,
Anyway, this woman is known to one and all as Bobbie Jeffrey.
Tyler, Chris, and I, who are former students of Bobbie, are very honored to present to you the life
and times
of Bobbie Jeffrey.
Bobbie was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in the year 1954.
That means in a few more years, she's going to be 50 years old.
50 years old!
Bobbie attended Marcy Grade School, Hamilton High School, and finally the University of Wisconsin, where she bribed her way to the top of her class as valedictorian.
While performing as a freshman in a high school play, Bobbie met the love of her life, Bruce Jeffrey. They were married a few years later.
Somewhere along the way, Bobbie's passion turned from acting to directing, and she started writing and directing her own independent plays.
Bobbie's first show was actually a remake of the musical Cats. The stunning original one-girl show, aptly named Feline, showcased not only Bobbie's brilliant directing, but her revolutionary choreography skills, which changed musical theater forever.
Macavity, there's no one like Macavity. He's broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity.
It was a complete failure. After the birth of her son Nathan, which you can see took up all of her time, she was forced to cancel the show. As the years rolled by, the Jeffrey family continued to grow with the arrival of Ben, Billy Bob, and Joe.
Even though these 4 children of hers completely overwhelmed her, Bobbie's passion for directing never died. In 1991, FHE director Sarah Lee Rhodes asked Bobbie to take over a small homeschool group known as Heart, Speech, and Theater. Bobbie was more than willing to comply.
Under the new leadership of Bobbie Jeffrey, HST's first production was Deadwood Dick, and was actually an allegory of the story of Christ.
Jesús, su tiempo ha venido. ¿Por qué?
Next came the thrilling musical High Tops, which brought back Bobbie's revolutionary choreography skills. It showcased Bobbie's son, Ben.
Being with my mom all these years has been a great experience. She really helped me on High Tops, which I feel is some of my best work. Having your mom as a director has a lot of advantages because it's just so easy to get a role in one of her plays.
Bobbie Jeffrey. Man, I just love that woman. She taught me everything, really. Yeah, especially my social skills with girls. See, Bobbie was my prototype, if you will. I basically used her to figure out the kind of things to say to girls. I also learned what not to say to them. Yeah? It's because of Bobbie that so many girls have been attracted to me over the years. Yeah, if it weren't for Bobbie, who knows? I might have ended up like Jeremiah.
What do you want, boy?
Well, we just want to ask you a few questions about Bobbie Jeffrey.
Old Robert, yeah. I knew him. He used to run the mowing crew down there, Pleasant, Linden, and whatnot, and there walk behind the weed eater, man.
No. Bobbie Jeffrey, your old director. She's a woman.
Oh, Robert's a woman? They can do that?
After High Tops came Annie Get Your Gun, which once again featured the lovable comic duo David and Melanda.
Cualquier cosa que usted puede hacer. yo puedo hacer mejor.
¿Por qué?
Bobbie's true stroke of genius was displayed in her next 3 shows, with the casting of Matt Hoskins. After weeks of trying, we were finally able to interview Matt on one of his good days.
Of anyone who has helped me the most is Bobbie Jeffrey. She has just given me so much and worked with all my potential to create an amazing new creature. Her influences made me what I am today and all my success. Yeah, before I met Bobbie, I was awkward, ungraceful, and but she turned me into a...
What did you say? You shut up! She's a good woman! She's a good woman! You shut up! I hate you! Oh, God!
Working with Bobbie has helped me socially too. Being under a woman, she's helped me to know how to communicate with women and helped me really communicate well and just made my relationships healthier. You want one, baby?
She's an amazing woman. Bobbie, thanks for everything. This one's for you.
A year later, tragedy struck when Bobbie gave Tyler and Jeremiah their first speaking roles in Shakespeare's The Tempest.
Oh, well, I wasn't in The Tempest. I just watched it from the audience. I didn't like it very much.
The years of Fiddler on the Roof and The Taming of the Shrew were known as the Nathan years, where Bobbie's oldest son Nathan took the spotlight.
I really enjoyed playing Harold Hill in The Music Man. I think it was a real challenge for me as I was developing perfect pitch. And then as Fiddler in Fiddler on the Roof as Tevye, wow, that was a rough show. It was difficult and challenging. I felt I really pulled a lot out of that one. And then of course there was Petruchio and Taming of the Shrew, which was, wow, just any actor's dream, right? And you know, with my mom as the director, I always found it so easy to get roles in all the shows.
Due to increasing debts and lack of knowledge of the Muriel Kaufman grants, Bobbie started thinking of new ways to raise money for future productions. She needed to attract different crowds, rougher crowds.
In order to do so, she needed a change, a new look. She started hanging out in the pool halls, making new friends with who most homeschoolers know she shouldn't be making friends with. After a while, this new Bobbie Jeffrey started doing terrible things. She violently beat her children, which is kind of the reason why they are the way they are today. One time, she even got in trouble with the law for selling narcotics to small children.
Eventually, Bobbie went back to the way she was before. It seems that nobody liked this new look of hers. Well, almost nobody. There is always this one guy who will always love Bobbie no matter what she does or who she becomes. Let's just call him Carl, and for some reason, he always wanted to show Bobbie his horses.
Hey there, Little Red Riding Hood, you sure are looking good. You're everything a big bad wolf could want. Listen to me, Little Red Riding Hood, I don't think little big girls should go walking in these spooky old woods alone.
Bobbie Jeffrey knew that the musicals Fiddler on the Roof and Pirates of Penzance would call for an actress of extreme talent. Luckily, Melody Hoskins was able to take the job.
Well, I know a lot of people put a lot of their dreams and aspirations and goals in Bobbie, and she's a great director, and she directs everybody with great charisma, but what people don't understand is that she's also a great character study for, well, people like me. You see, in my two biggest roles, which was Golda in Fiddler on the Roof and Pirates of Penzance, I was Ruth. She was just this great wealth of knowledge, and I just drew so much from her. Now, okay, take Golda, for instance. Well, with Golda, I wanted to portray somebody with a lot of chutzpah, you know, somebody that got the job done, and, well, somebody obsessed with power, and making sure that she always had control over absolutely everything that she did. And I looked to Bobbie for that. And as far as Ruth was a real stretch for me because she is really, 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 really old. And I really didn't know how to portray that being only 18. So who did I look to? I looked to Bobbie. I looked to Bobbie for her stance, for the way she portrayed herself, and especially because she's so old and she always is looking for younger men, you know.
Bobbie's been a really big influence on my life, but the best part is all of Bobbie's clothes fit me.
I know what you mean.
Because a majority of her plays promoted female dominance, Bobbie wanted to change, a show that displayed true masculinity.
Oh, well, I wasn't into Jen's, being the stage manager. I just watched from the audience, and I didn't like it very much.
Bobbie Jeffrey and Hearts Beating Theater. Wow. Tell you what, those shows were so confusing with the hard Shakespeare lines or the unmotivated blocking. Cross left center, pick up glass. Why was I crossing left center? Why was I picking up that glass? I don't know. Nobody knows. I don't think I could have made it through all those shows without the continuous love and support of Bruce Jeffrey.
And that brings us to Bobbie's most recent production, The Man of La Mancha. Well, what can we say about this show? It was really great.
Mr. Jeffrey had a few words to say about his wife.
Bobbie Jeffrey, being the director of the Hearts Beating Theater, has been nothing but a financial nightmare. The only good thing to ever come out of Hearts Beating Theater is Tyler Lucas. I love that guy, and he's good friends with my favorite son, Joe. Nathan and Bim are mistakes.
Finally, we give you the Jeffreys' favorite son, Joe.
My mom can drive me pretty crazy sometimes, but if there's one thing I like about her, it's the fact that she's a director. I'm really glad she casted me as Sancho. Man, it is so easy. So easy. So easy. So easy to get a role in one of her plays.
Well, that about wraps it up. I hope you all enjoyed this video. But more important, I hope that years from now, when Bobbie is old and decrepit, that you'll still come back and visit her in this time of loneliness. Maybe even hand her a clean bedpan or two. I know I will.
And finally, we'd like to say thanks and pay a special tribute to all of you out there, the cast and crew of Man of La Mancha. I'm Chris Johnston.
I'm Jeremiah England.
And I'm Tyler Lucas. Good night, everybody.